goals in a matter of 3 minutes and 9 seconds and skate to the 4-1 victory here in downtown Moose Jaw. Warriors lone goal coming off the stick of Connor Schmidt. We got plenty to go over here on our post-game show. We'll have your out-of-town scoreboard to wrap things up. We'll connect the save of the night as well as your 3 stars, and we'll hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary, get his thoughts on tonight's game. But let's take a look at the game scoring summary to kick things off. And as I mentioned, it was the Thunderbirds with 3 goals in a matter of 3 minutes and 9 seconds in that first period that was ended up being the difference, and too much for Moose Jaw to overcome in this one. Arwen Bawa with the opening goal at 12:41, his 3rd of the season, got things rolling for Seattle. Then just 2 minutes later, it was Braden Holberton from Bawa at 14:41, making it a 2-0 lead. Then just over a minute later, Sawyer Minio gets his 4th of the season to make it a 3-0 lead for Seattle after 20 minutes of play. Then, second period, Warriors show a little bit more pushback in that middle frame, but Seattle still controlling the play for the most part. Warriors do get a late goal. Connor Schmidt, with just 19 seconds left in the middle frame, gets his 2nd of the season on a big slap shot. Braden Yager and Lyndon Lakovich pick up the assists on that goal, and that gets the Warriors on the board, cuts the lead down to 2 going into the 3rd, but Moose Jaw just can't push through and break through in that 3rd period, and Seattle adds an empty net goal from Matej Pekash after that coming with just over 3 minutes left in the hockey game, his 2nd of the season, and makes that a 4-1 final here tonight in downtown Moose Jaw. Shots on goal in that game. In the game, Warriors put their most pucks towards the net in the 3rd period, firing 11 shots on the Thunderbirds net in that 3rd period, but outshot in every period. 12-6 in the first, 14-7 in the second, and 13-11 in the 3rd for a 39-24 overall total here on the night. Both teams get 1 power play opportunity in the game. Neither team able to score with the man advantage here tonight. So Warriors drop their 5th straight, falling 4-1 here to the Seattle Thunderbirds tonight. Tough one for the Warriors and a tough stretch for Moose Jaw. They'll look to correct things when they head out on the road for their BC Division road trip. Let's take a look at your 3 stars of the hockey game. 3rd star here tonight is Connor Schmidt. He picks up the 3rd star with a goal and played a hard game all night, did Connor Schmidt. So he is your 3rd star of this one. Arwen Bawa with a goal and 2 points on the night is your 2nd star. He scored the 1st goal, assisted on the 2nd goal, really got things rolling for Seattle. And Braden Coots with 1 assist and a +2 night is your 1st star of the hockey game for the Seattle Thunderbirds here tonight. Moving over to the Connexus save of the night. Josh Bonini was busy between the pipes, facing 39 shots. Here was the best save for him on the night. Seattle walks in, gets a long shot. Bonini throws up the glove, makes a nice glove save there in the 2nd period. Josh Bonini throwing up the glove and making a big save for the Moose Jaw Warriors, one of his 36 saves on the night for the Moose Jaw Warriors netminder. Big stop there from Josh Bonini. In his 2nd start, now drops to 1-1 on the year. It is the 18-year-old netminder. Warriors falling in this one 4-1. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and hear from Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary and also have your Sask Lotteries out-of-town scoreboard. That's when we come back next on IKS Media Warriors Live. Welcome back into the Moose Jaw Event Center as we continue to wrap up the Warriors' 4-1 loss to the Seattle Thunderbirds. Let's head down to the Warriors locker room where I'm being joined by head coach Marc O'Leary after tonight's game. And coach, spotting a team like Seattle, a 3-0 lead in that first period, the style they play, how tough did that make it for your team to come back in this one here tonight?
Yeah, you don't want to give any team that kind of lead, but again, for me, it was puck battles. We talk about races and battles all the time, and you look at those goals, and whether it was 50-50 pucks off of lost face-offs or races to the net front for them to create redirects, and we didn't get there in time to box out. These are things that we continue to learn the hard way here, and tonight was no different.
What can you try to do to kind of get that message across? Is it just about hammering that message home that that's the style of play that this team needs to play to have success?
Yeah, it's a game of reminders. At the end of the day, we talk about the same things day in and day out, and eventually it gets there. That's part of the development, and it can be hard to be patient. We are understanding of the fact that we're a young team, and we have guys just trying to figure things out in a hard league. But at the end of the day, there's a responsibility that you need to come to the rink with work boots on, ready to compete. And right now, I think that that's the biggest area that we can take a step in, is that true compete. The race is to get there, and the battle to get it done.
Team heads out now on a 5-game, 11-day road trip to the BC Division. Will potentially getting away from the home rink and getting into that rhythm on the road be something that could help this team as well?
Well, it can't hurt. I think that anytime you can be around your teammates that much, whether it's the long bus rides or, the time at the hotel, or, just being in different cities and different rinks, for a lot of these guys, they've never been there. So that in and of itself can be fun, and it's a part of, playing in the Western Hockey League. So I know the guys are looking forward to it. It should be good. And again, if we compete, we'll give ourselves a chance.
Awesome. Thanks for joining me, and good luck out on the road over the next couple of weeks.
All right. Thanks, Mark.
Thank you to Warriors head coach Marc O'Leary for joining us here on the post-game show. Let's finish up tonight by taking a look at your Sask Lotteries out-of-town scoreboard. Just one other game in the Western Hockey League here on the Tuesday night. It's a 4-3 lead for Kamloops after 2 goals in that second period. They take a 4-3 lead on Victoria heading into the third period of play. So it should be a good finish there in Kamloops between the Royals and the Blazers. In the NHL, as we've talked about, a busy 16-game slate, all 32 teams in action around the NHL. We're focusing in on the Canadian teams. Bunch of finals. Rangers beating the Canadiens 7-2 in Montreal. The Toronto Maple Leafs go into Columbus, fall 6-2 to the Blue Jackets. The Winnipeg Jets improved to 6-0 on the year with a 3-2 win over the St. Louis Blues. The Vancouver Canucks knocking off the Chicago Blackhawks 6-3, doubling them up in Chicago. And some games still underway. Edmonton gives up, after taking a 2-0 lead in that game, gives up a pair of goals. They are in overtime right now against the Carolina Hurricanes. Late in that overtime period, it's 2-2. The Ottawa Senators scoring early and often against the Utah Hockey Club. Take a 4-0 lead. They lead that one 4-0 in the third period. And the Penguins have scored back-to-back goals to take a 2-1 lead on the Calgary Flames. Then that game also is in the third period, early in that third period there in Calgary. So busy night around the NHL. You can get all your scores at NHL.com. For a full recap of tonight's action here in downtown Moose Jaw, you can head over to mjwarriors.ca where we'll have more reaction from the Moose Jaw Warriors after tonight's loss and as they get set to head out on their BC Division road trip. And that's where you can find all your information throughout that road trip. Stay up to date with the Warriors at mjwarriors.ca, as well as all the Moose Jaw Warriors social media channels. Will have content there for you to stay up to date on how the team is doing out on the road. Warriors will be back here in downtown Moose Jaw coming up on November 8th when they host the Lethbridge Hurricanes. Next game, though, to kick off the road trip will be on Friday in Kelowna against the Rockets. But tonight, the Warriors falling 4-1 to the Seattle Thunderbirds. Thank you for tuning in on IKS Media Warriors Live.